Becky, and this is makeup. Today I'm going to start with primer, like I usually do. I already put lotion on and sunscreen this morning, so my skin is prepped that way. Now I'm gonna do some highlighter. This is an extra step, but I like it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna blend that in with my sponge, and then I'll do my foundation on top of that. I've tried to use this highlighter. This is the Benefit High Beam. I've tried to use it on top of my foundation, and I had a really hard time blending it in, so that's why I do it underneath. And since it's spring, I just really feel like having as glowy as possible. Okay. Now I can blend it in. I just washed my makeup brushes yesterday, so here's your friendly reminder to wash yours too. I need to just have a schedule. Put a reminder on my phone. Okay, I feel like that's looking pretty blended in. Now we can do concealer. I'm gonna layer today. This is technically a corrector, and since I have dark circles, very much need that color correcting. So I'm gonna blend this out first, and then I'll use concealer on top of that. Okay, and before I use the concealer on top of that, I'm just going to do my brows to give that a second to set. Okay. Alright. It's feeling pretty good. Now we will use concealer. And I'm feeling like my nose is looking kind of red today, so we'll use concealer on my nose. Okay. Oh boy. Something is pilling up. Okay. Gotta be really careful with that. I am going to take some setting powder and yeah, I'll use a brush. I was thinking about using my sponge. I'll go over it with my sponge after I set it. Just making sure there's no creases before I set that. Do the same thing on the other side. My eyes are watering. Okay, now I'm just going to, actually, I'm going to use a different powder to finish setting my face. feel like this one, well, I really like that powder. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. And then this one is the e.l.f. HD setting powder. And I've heard, I was looking for the Halo Glow setting powder. I didn't find it at Walmart, or at my Walmart, I should say. But I like this one, and I feel like it's so finely milled that it sets the face really nicely, and then especially when I go over it with a sponge afterwards, it just kind of gets, it makes it look pretty natural. Just kind of really lightly, but enough to pick up any extra powder that's not needed. Okay, let's do bronzer. I feel like I'm looking pretty pale. What's new? Just really trying to blend into the hairline so it's not like a stark. I don't want a little like white stripe right here. A lot of people like to go like this. I find that I just kind of let my brush, I know where my cheekbone is, and so I just kind of like blend up into my cheekbone, if that makes any sense. I find that that works really well for me. Then I do sides of the forehead. Don't mind my hair. I'm gonna blow dry it later. I like to do sides of my nose. And then underneath my jawline, I'm not trying to make my chin look smaller. But if you do want to, then you could do it actually along the jawline. I just like to go underneath for a little bit of definition there. And then, alrighty, I'll just do a little bit over. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. And then I'm going to do some highlighter down the center of the nose, cheekbones, above the brow. Okay. Alrighty, now I'm gonna take my sponge again. Let's do blush first. Okay. I'll leave it at that. And now I will take my sponge and just kind of go over the areas where I put bronzer, highlight, blush. Just make sure it's all meshing well with my skin. Okay, I'm feeling like I want a very simple eye look. Right now I'm just using this kind of neutral cream color as a base. And then we'll see. I think I'm having a hard time deciding. I think I'm gonna do an orange eye look. Not like super bright orange, but I'm wearing blue and I want it to be neutral but also feel springy. So I'm starting out with this color, just kind of like a, not quite a tan, it's definitely in the orange family. Now I'm going to use this color. It's orange, but it's kind of leaning to the coral side. And I'm gonna buff this pretty much all over the lid. I'm sorry about the tapping sounds. I know it's annoying, but the reason I'm not blowing on my brushes is because I don't want the moisture to get on them. So instead I just tap it on the side of my eyeshadow palette, in case you were wondering what that is. I'm really just trying to get a pretty even color. Let's see. It's almost how I want it. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this more, this is a very true orangey color, and just kind of blend that in the outer crease. Just a very small amount of that. Okay, now I'm going to take I could leave it matte. We'll see how it looks. I'm going to take that color that I started with, this cream color, and just use my finger again and put that in the inner corner. And then I didn't add anything onto my brush, but I'm just going to make sure everything's nice and blended. Okay. And now let's do mascara. I think yeah, I like how that turned out. Ha! Note to self, make sure your hair is out of the way before you apply mascara. Okay. I think I like that. Now, I'm just going to just gonna use some natural lipstick. Could probably use a lip liner, but that's okay. And well, I still need to do my hair, but this is our makeup look for today. I'm just gonna go over everything really quickly one more time with a sponge, just to make sure it's all blended, and we are finished.